Welcome all of you in online teaching learning process. We have started unit number 3, metals, semiconductors and superconductors from the paper number 9 in organic chemistry. And in our last video we have seen introductory part of this unit. Along with we have studied properties of metallic solids. There are different properties of metals, and now in this video we will see theories of bonding in metals. There are mainly two theories available. One of them is a free electron theory, and second one, most important, is a molecular orbital theory, which is also called as band theory. First we will see theories of bonding in metals. Out of them, first theory is a free electron theory. This theory is also called as Drude model. The Drude model of electrical conduction was proposed in the year of 1900 by Paul Drude to explain the transport properties of electrons in materials. So this is a Drude model. So this is the diagram in which blue color shows electrons while red color shows positively charged metal ions. So these positively charged metal ions surrounded by electrons, but the movement of electrons is zigzag in nature. So transportation of electron takes place from one metal to another metal. So this is the Drude model of electrons. So in the case of Drude model, that is the simplest model of metal, was introduced by Paul Drude in the year of 1900. So in the case of, there are two diagrams. First one is when we are considering Drude model or applying Drude model for group first metals. Group first metals means sodium, potassium, lithium. So in the case of sodium, potassium, lithium, the outermost electron contains only one electron. So in this case, metal ion surrounded by one electron, but this one electron is moving from one metal ion, positively charged metal ion, to another positively charged metal ion. So in the case of group 2 metal ions, so for example magnesium, so this is a positively charged metal ion surrounded by two electrons, and here two electrons are moving from one metal ion to another metal ion. So here electrons are moving from one position to another position, but positively charged metal ions are having fixed position. So it is often called the electron sea model, with the metal lattices sitting in a sea of valence electrons that are free to move. So it explains the electrical and thermal conductivity of metals as well as their shiny appearance. So Drude model is also called as electron sea model, because positively charged metal ions are immersed in the sea of electrons. So this is the pictorial representation of free electron model. In the case of free electron model, positively charged metal surrounded by sea of electrons. So this is called as sea of electrons, because positively charged ions are surrounded by lot of electrons. So this is the animated diagrams in which positively charged ions surrounded by sea of electrons, and these electrons are moving from each positively charged metal from one metal to another metal. So overall the representation in the second diagram is like this. So in this case, the electrons are moving from positively charged metal ions from one position to last position. So this is called as sea of electrons or free electron model. So this theory was introduced by scientist Drude in the year of 1900 and further extended by Lorentz in the year of 1923. So this theory is also known as Drude-Lorentz theory. So according to Drude, that is, metal is a lattice with moving electrons, where electrons move freely through it as molecules of a gas. So this is according to Drude, metal having fixed position and electrons are moving. And according to Lorentz, metal is a lattice of rigid spheres, positive ions, embedded in a gas of free valence electrons which could move through interstices. So here metal is a lattice of rigid sphere in which positive ions are immersed in a sea of electrons. So overall this is a Drude-Lorentz model or free electron model. So each metal in a crystal loses all of its valence electrons, which form a pool of electron density in the crystal lattice. So the resulting positively charged metal ion is embedded or immersed in a sea of electron density. So overall the cations are having fixed position, but electrons are imagined to be mobile, moving from one position to another position, so free to move, as like this diagram. So here valence electrons can move from one point to other in a crystal lattice freely. So thus in metallic crystal, metal ions are bonded by electrostatic force of attraction between metal ions and the sea of electrons called the metallic bond. How metallic bond is formed? That is in this case, so in the case of metallic crystal, metal ions are bonded by electrostatic force of attraction between metal ions and sea of electrons, and metallic bond is a strong bond as compared to other one. So in this case bonding is possible between metal ions and sea of electrons. There are some limitations of free electron theory, that is it does not show semiconductance properties of metallic solids, specific heats, specific conductance, and quantitative calculation of cohesion energy cannot be explained by free electron theory. So next theory to overcome all these limitations, next theory arises, that is a molecular orbital theory, which is also known as band theory. So in the case of molecular orbital theory or band theory, molecular orbital theory for metallic bonding is an extension of molecular orbital theory by scientist Bloch in the year of 1928. So in the case of molecular orbital theory or band theory, there are bonding orbitals, anti-bonding molecular orbitals available, and they are formed by atomic orbital combinations of two atoms. When they combine, we are getting bonding molecular orbital having low energy, and anti-bonding molecular orbitals are having higher energy. So in the case of band theory, in the case of crystalline solids or band theory, when we applied band theory for lithium atom, so in the case of single lithium, there is only one electron. Lithium having atomic number, that is 3, and electronic configuration is a 1s2 2s1. So in case of 2s, there is only one electron. When two lithium atoms combine together, then 2s1 combine, we are getting bonding filled, but anti-bonding is empty one. When 3 lithium atom combines, we are getting bonding, non-bonding and anti-bonding. When 4 lithium atom combines, we are getting bonding and anti-bonding. When n times of lithium atoms combine, then there is a half filled, that is valence band, occupied orbitals, and half filled, that is conduction band, which is the empty orbitals. So in case of this lithium, this is the bands will be formed in between valence band and conduction band. They are overlapped to each other. So in case of conclusion, that is when in case of molecular orbital approach or band theory, spacing decreases as the number of molecular orbital increases. When lithium combines n times, then there is no spacing between two orbitals, that is valence band and conduction band. For further explanation, that is in valence band and conduction band, when 2s and 2p 2s1 and 2p 0 level, 2p is always empty one, and in case of 2s half filled and 2s half part is the empty one. So this is the representation of lithium atom. So in the case of energy band in solids, the following are the important energy bands in solid. That is, valence band is very important, then conduction band, and next one is a forbidden energy gap or forbidden band. So in case of solids, they are good conductor, there is a no band gap between valence band and conduction band. But in case of semiconductor, there is a small energy gap between valence band and conduction band, and in case of insulator, there is a large energy gap between valence band and conduction band. So in case of lithium, when two lithium atoms combine, that is 2s1 combine, we are getting bonding and debonding as like this. When three lithium atom combines, we are getting bonding, non-bonding and anti-bonding. When four lithium atom combines, we are getting bonding and anti-bonding. And n times of lithium atoms when combined, then we are getting half filled portion is a bonding one and half portion is a anti-bonding one. So half portion is a valence band and half portion is a conduction band. They are overlapped to each other, and lithium shows good electrical and thermal conductivity because there is a no gap between valence band and conduction band because they are overlapped to each other. So in case of metallic molecular orbitals for lithium, there is a 2s1 electron because 2s1, so this is half filled, which is called as valence band, and half filled is empty one is called as conduction band. There is no gap between valence band and conduction band, so it shows good electrical and thermal conductivity. But in the case of when we studied with beryllium atom, beryllium, the atomic number is 4 and electronic configuration 1s2 2s2 and 2p0. So 2s is a 2 electron, so completely filled, so 2s completely filled, so this is a valence band, and 2p is completely empty, so this is a conduction band. So 2s and 2p overlap with each other, and when there is a small or no energy gap between 2s and 2p, and they show good electrical and thermal conductivity because electron is easily transferred from valence band to conduction band, and they show good thermal and electrical conductivity. So in case of beryllium, in previous slide we have seen that is beryllium having atomic number 1s2 2s2 2p0, so 1s2 is completely filled. But in case of 2s and 2p, 2s contains 2 electrons and 2p contains 0 electrons, so there is a overlap between 2s and 2p. So here 2s act as a valence band and 2p act as a conduction band, and there is no energy gap between 2s and 2p because they are having lower energy. 2s and 2p, there is no energy gap, so they show electrical and thermal conductivities. So overall, in the case of band theory of metals, for example, in case of magnesium Mg, atomic number is a 12, electronic configuration 1s2 2s2 2p6 and 3s2 3p0. So here 3s 2 electrons and 3p 0 electrons. So in case of magnesium, 3s and 3p band overlap since there is a range of energies for the molecular orbitals. Without this overlap, magnesium metal would not conduct. So here the highest energy electrons are able to move into the vacant orbitals in the 3p band. So in the case of this diagram, 3s is a completely filled and 3p is a empty one. So there is a overlapping of 3s and 3p takes place, and electron transfer from 3s to 3p. So 3s is act as valence band, 3p act as a conduction band, and it shows electrical conductivity. When we compared band theory diagrams of sodium and magnesium, in case of sodium there is only one electron. When n times of sodium atom combine, then in case of 3s and 3p, 3s is a half filled and half portion is a empty one, so 3s and 3p overlap with each other, so half filled portion is a valence band and another one is a conduction band, and it shows electrical conductivity. And in case of magnesium, there is a overlapping of 3s and 3p. So here 3s is a valence band and 3p is a conduction band, and it shows electrical conductivity. So in case of sodium, it contains one electron in 3s level. When one sodium atom, there is only one electron, but when two sodium atom combine, there is a bonding antibonding, as like lithium 3, then there is a bonding, non-bonding, antibonding. But when n times of lithium atom combine, there is a 3s half part is a bonding one and 3s half part is a antibonding one, and it shows electrical conductivity as like this diagram. So thank you all of you for listening this video.